Hello, America. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to my review of 90 Day Fiance Before the 90 Days in 3, episode 3, bro. This, I just got out the shower. So that's why I ain't got on no eyebrows. I know y'all so used to seeing me without eyebrows. It's fine. Um, I can watch about an hour and 20 minutes of this show, right? Without feeling like it's too much. And then you get to that hour and 20-minute mark, and then those 40 more minutes that you gotta watch, even because I never watch it when it's on, because I'm not watching 2 hours of freaking material. But like, once you get to that, you just be like, what is so great that we spending 2 hours on it? That's what I want to know. So let's talk about the people who do not matter. You know who I'm about to talk about. And why are we still meeting people 3 episodes in? Are we going to meet more people next episode? I'm sick of it. Look, we see Angela. Angela going back. We know she's going back to Nigeria, even though she can't afford it. She misses Michael so much. It's been about a year since she filed the K-1 visa. So she goes to see a lawyer. And he says that it's at a California processing center. I need to live in California. I just need to. I'm sorry. And it'll take about 5 to 7 months of them processing it to then tell you to go to the next step. Not even to tell you if the man is approved. And the lawyer says this is the perfect time for you to figure out if you still want to do it. And she is not talking to the lawyer, but she talks about all of the social media problems that they have. And the lawyer says that she's still looking at about several $1,000s until the processing is over, and that she'll be financially responsible for him. Now, one thing I don't understand is these people who, want to be with these men and women. What do you just filed for the K-1 visa, you didn't know that you would have to be financially responsible for a person? You didn't look up how it would go. You just was like, I want to do it. Anyway, the lawyer says that she should be absolutely sure before doing this because this is a huge step financially. She says that she loves Michael and she won't be at ease until she sees him in person. So then Angela is talking to a black man. Now, I know that that's really weird for me to say because her man is black, but I've never seen Angela interact with a black man or a black person other than Michael. So I'm sorry. I was really confused. I'm like, I'm sorry. Basically, Angela is mad because Michael went out for his birthday. And it's not because Michael went out for his birthday. It's because Michael said that he wasn't going to go out for his birthday. He was going to wait until she got there in a couple of weeks and they were going to celebrate it together. But he went out and then she tried to call his phone and he wasn't answering his phone. So she knew. That he was out doing something. She says that she's not a thirsty bitch. She don't need to go halfway across the world to be with a man. The black man, I think his name was Ricky. His name wasn't Ricky. I don't know why I thought his name was Ricky, but it's not. He says that, he young, he 31 years old, he just want to go out, but I ain't going to tell Angela that because she's in, a bit of a mood. So she calls Michael when she gets home because, she's been doing double shifts and doing all of this to plan for a wedding and pay for a wedding and to go to Nigeria and to sponsor him with the K-1 visa and all of this. She calls Michael. Michael says that he took his nephew out and she said, you took your nephew out and you probably went out with your goofball friends. She said she doesn't like his friends because his friends represent singleness and probably trying to take him down the path of singleness. Y'all, I don't fucking know. He says, I was just down the street in my neighborhood. She says that doesn't really matter because that's where you got the BJ from in your neighborhood. You remember? Yes, it's true. I did the BJ. You remember that? Okay, if you don't remember it, then you need to find it. Yes, it's true. I did the BJ. I don't know if you can type that in. Yes, it's true. I did the BJ, and it might come up, but who knows? Um, she says that she thinks in four directions because one direction is gonna be right. You know what? She was talking to me like, what's her name? Chantel's mama. I said, what? You thinking in four directions because one way gonna be right? What, lady? You got me twisted because I don't know what the hell you saying. Okay. Um, she tells him that he's killing the relationship with the lies. The lies, the lies. He says that he'll make it up to her. Baby, I love you. Baby, baby. And she says, okay, just make sure you fix it. And they love each other again. You know what? I really don't give moving on. We see, who are we about to see? Y'all, let's talk about Caesar because it don't matter. Caesar then asked his friend to come back. His friend says that he's a hopeless romantic. He just wants someone to spend the rest of his life with. He's picking out clothes. He got a shirt with a tie on it. She said, "Why would you have that? You need to be on point when you see her because from what you've described to her, she's a very materialistic type of woman." He tells his friend, what was her name? Yummy. It wasn't Yummy. Yumi, Yanni. I don't know. He tells his friend that she has yet to book her flight. And he has so many feelings that he can't even describe. His friend doesn't understand why she wouldn't book her flight the moment that he sent the money. And Caesar is very afraid because Caesar shows his friend the ring. And she's like, are you sure she wants to get married? And Caesar's like, I don't really know, but I'm going to do it because, I love her. And that's one of my biggest fears, that she may not want to get married. Um, his friend says she probably don't love him, to the camera, not to him. But he says that he's gonna put it all on the line, because he hopes that it works out. So we see the next day. The next day after that, he going to Mexico. Um, he texts her, "Hey, did you book your flight?" She said no. If I book my flight, I won't have money out for hair or for teeth or for cosmetology. Bitch, you better go on YouTube and figure out how to do your hair and your makeup and your cosmetology, bitch. But I don't really care because this is fake. She finally says she'll book the flight. And then he's at his job talking to some lady, doing her toes. He gets a text from Maria saying that she won't book her flight because tomorrow is her mama's birthday. She won't book her flight. Tomorrow's her mama's birthday. She don't want to, miss her mama's birthday. So she'll come on the 15th. Maybe she'll come on the 15th or the 16th. The 15th or the 16th is apparently 2 weeks from when he's supposed to be going. I'm like, is he going to stay there for 2 weeks? Girl, who knows? The lady who he is doing the nails for tells him that he should book her flight on the 15th or the 16th and give her no leeway, no room, no razzmatazz to end up, saying that she can't go. So he tells her to use the money, the $2,000, for anything that she needs, and he'll book her flight. So the ticket is like $1,600. He says that's 3 weeks of work, and he hasn't paid any bills, rent, or anything. But, it's no way for her to deny coming to Mexico now because he's going to pay for the trip. I know it's fake, but it's still sad. It's still sad. It's really sad. Okay. We see Ziad and Rebecca. So not only did Rebecca have to buy or rent the car. She also has to drive the car because he doesn't have enough experience. You need 5 years of experience to drive a rental car, and he doesn't have 5 years of experience. So she gonna be driving for 3 weeks. Anyway, she says that she's not getting any vibes that she got from her ex, and they get to the hotel. There's a security man checking cars with like a mirror, and she's like, oh my gosh, they're checking for explosives. I'm really trying to figure out why all these people are acting like America is so safe, because it's not. So all these people talking about, I'm not in America anymore. Well, yeah, you're not. Maybe you should meet a man from Canada and go there, because Canada was fairly safe. Okay, if you want the same things or better, then go to Canada. Meet you a man in Canada. Plan your stuff to be in Canada, to meet in Canada or Amsterdam or England. Someplace that's like not America. I don't know. Excuse me. Sorry. So they get in the hotel. She knitted him a scarf just like a grandmother would do. He says that he's very nervous for sex tonight because she's old. That's what he said. He didn't say she old. He said she's 20 years older than me and she's a grandmother. So she's old. That's what he said. She says that she hasn't had sex in a year and she has this sexy man waiting for her. And I said, well, where's the sexy man at? Because I only see Ziad. The next morning they did it. They did the relations. She said it was wonderful. I know, what's her name? Laura wish she had somebody who was wonderful. From 90 Day the other way. He asks her if she loves him more after last night, and she says yes. She says that she needs to ask him some questions so she won't be taken advantage of by her ex. So she asks him about his past relationships. He said he was in one relationship before for 2 years, but he hates her now because she cheated on him. She says that something about her ex and how he was controlling, and he says, I'm not your ex. All men aren't the same. And, I'm a jealous person. I can't remember what he said, but he said, I'm a jealous person. And she's like, well, my ex was a jealous person. She didn't say that to him, but she's like, my ex is a jealous person. So I don't want to make the same mistake of being with some jealous person and then the jealousy turns into control, and it's the same thing all over again. And we saw in the next episode, the preview of the next episode, she want to wear something like this, and he said, no, don't wear something like this. And when they went outside, they was wearing they TLC leather jackets. I'm pretty sure TLC gave all these people leather jackets. I'm very convinced. I'm very convinced. She says that she is yet obviously to tell him that she's married, but she doesn't have a plan, but she knows that she needs to do it very soon. So that's good. That's good. But it's against his religion to have sex with a married woman, so you're sending him to hell. That's great. Okay. Let's talk about a new person in the third episode. His name is Benjamin. He's 33 years old from Phoenix. He's studying to be a minister, and he told his son, let's pull those britches up. And I said, britches? I've never heard anybody in my life say britches. Britches? Anyway, he has a 5-year-old son. And I guess he likes what he likes, okay? He has a 5-year-old son. He was with his ex-wife for 7 years, and they've been divorced for 4 years. He says that the divorce really took a hit on his life, so he takes public transportation and has to watch what he eats. So apparently he eats ham sandwiches with the crust cut off, some chips, and a Twinkie, because that's a filling meal. Why don't you just go to Aldi's? Anyway, he was trying to find a lady in Phoenix, He would be waiting at the restaurant, not even a creepy restaurant, just waiting at like an Olive Garden and nobody would show up. Look, I mean, I kind of understand. Because if I saw this man and he says that he likes women that look like me, I don't know if I like men that look like you. So I'm a little confused, a little confuzzled, con, confuzzled. So he said after striking out countless times in Phoenix, he decided to broaden his search. And he met, what is her name? Akini. Akini is from Nairobi. And he needed to first make sure that she was a real person. So she sent him a picture doing this, and he knew that she was a real lady. She has never dated a white guy, but he says that he's fly for a white guy. And in her culture, you only bring home someone that you want to marry. So this is a big deal, him going there to meet her family. Um, he also wants to get to know her better before asking for her hand in marriage. And while they're on video chat, she says you need to be respectful of customs here. So you need to take off your shoes when you enter the house, because if you don't, that can be seen as a sign of disrespect. And there is something called a dowry. Is that what it's called? Because she said it's a bride price, but I'm pretty sure it's called a dowry. You remember Mr. Penguin? I'm sorry. You remember David from, I guess, before the 90 days, you know, the little short man that looked like a penguin, and Annie. They own, I think, Pillow Talk. He had to pay the dowry, and he still ain't paid that damn dowry. Still. So honestly, Benjamin, just take the woman and go, and just never pay the dowry. Anyway, he doesn't know how much the dowry will be because his main thing is taking care of his son. And he's like, well, you know, I'm not rich. And he's like, maybe I won't be able to pay. And she's like, if you don't be able to pay, I'll cry. So he goes to the bank to see if his card will work when he's in Nairobi. The teller tells him that maybe it's best to just take cash. And he says that he's living paycheck to paycheck and he only has about $2,000 in the bank. But that's before paying all his bills. So he'll have about $1,000 to work with. He says that's clearly, I've looked it up, and dowries can be from $10,000 to $15,000. Now I said 10 to 15,000 American or 10 to 15,000 African, because one thing we not gonna do, one thing we are not as a human society gonna do, I ain't gonna walk my ass over to Kenya and pay 10,000 American dollars for no woman. I pay 10,000 American dollars for some woman over here. Okay, it's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. No. We see his friend. His friend comes over to help him pack. His friend is like, so, you know, he's like, yeah, maybe I'm gonna get, you know, engaged and blah, blah, blah. His friend is like, what if your son doesn't like her? What if she's not ready to be a stepmother? He's like, well, we're just gonna have to work this out. And she's like, I mean, well, yeah, y'all gonna have to work it out. It's a big deal. And he's like, what did he say? He says that he sees that she has good qualities to becoming a step parent. But if it gets in the way of, you know, his relationship with his son, then they obviously won't be together. But one thing I want to know, have y'all talked about the fact that you have a son and that she will be basically a step parent, or have y'all not talked about this? Because anyway, that's the end of their story. Why did I leave Avery and Darcy for last? What the fuck is wrong with me? We see Avery. Avery's mother tells her that she needs a phone because after the 5 days, her mother is going to go back. But apparently Avery doesn't have a phone. Avery is not going to tell her mother that she's moving because she knows that her mother's going to freak out. She says that it's crazy to think that she's only 19 and getting married. I got married at 18, but whatever. My great grandmother got married at 18. What are you talking about? my freaking grandmother had my mama at 17. Shut the fuck up. Like, what are you talking about? Um, but she's very excited to be meeting her soon to be husband for the first time. So we see Omar. Omar is not ugly. He's not float your boat, but well, might float my boat, but he's not ugly. He's a dentist, but he's studying to have his master in periodontics, whatever he said. I can't remember. Um, I can't remember how old this man is. He's very excited to meet her, and he talks about how beautiful Syria was before the war in 2011. So it's been 8 years, and he's lost so many people. But he says that his life changed after meeting Avery, and it's very refreshing to have a girl by choose her religion and not be given her religion by heredity. It made sense when he said it. Okay. He says that he's never kissed a woman, and he knows that she's done some things in the past, and he doesn't like to talk about it because they do have a lot of differences, and he doesn't know if those differences will make their relationship like that. One thing I do want to know is, like I said, I know for a fact that TLC is giving them damn people leather jackets, because he got in the car and he had on a leather jacket, and I said, now come on, now everybody gonna have on a damn leather jacket. Everybody, for real, seriously, come on. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. They get off the plane, Avery and her mother's name is Terry. They get off the plane. It's been 30 hours since she had a shower. That's a long time, but she just wants to, that's over a day. But she just wants to hug him, and they're not able to kiss. Omar is very nervous. They're trying to find their bags. They can't find their bags. Their bags will be there tomorrow. Her mother is like, why are you so okay with this? She's like, I'm about to go see my man. They meet, they hug. Her mother said it was very sweet to see them, meeting each other. But she knows that the cultural differences are so vast, so, she doesn't know how long this sweetness is going to last. So they're driving in the taxi, and her mother is like, he's driving, over the white lines. And she kept saying something about it. And, like, after the first time, I'm like, okay, chill out. Because when I went to Canada, even though, like, it's pretty much the same, when I went to Canada and, like, we had got the Uber, I thought that man was speeding on the highway, okay? But I ain't say nothing. I was just gonna let the man speed. You know why? Because he's from here and I'm not. So shut your mouth. Avery is very nervous that her mother might disrespect the culture. Omar is very nervous that he may have tension with Terry, and that'll stop them from getting married. So they go to their rooms. They'll see each other in the morning. Avery's mother asks her, does she still want to marry him? And I'm like, why wouldn't she? It's only been like a 45-minute interaction. Like, why wouldn't she want to marry him? She says yes, and her mother's like, but you're coming back to the United States, right? And she's like, yes, and she's like, I don't think that today is the most appropriate time to tell my mother that I'm gonna move, but I am gonna tell her very soon. Girl, how you gonna tell her? You ain't got no damn phone. Well, I mean, I guess you gonna, I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of their story. Lastly and leastly, we see Darcy. Why is Darcy posing? Why was she posing when she had that damn camera? Like, girl, ooh. She says her heart is open and it's going to be great to meet an amazing man that she loves. Deep down, she does wish that Tom had picked her up from the airport, but she's in the bathroom getting changed, letting that fucking man wait for 45 minutes while she's sitting up there spraying. Did she even brush her teeth? I didn't see her brush her teeth. I seen her spray a whole damn perfume bottle, but I didn't see her brush her teeth. 45 minutes later, she comes out and they're meeting at a restaurant. One thing I don't understand is was she supposed to go to the hotel and then come to the restaurant, or was she supposed to go straight to the restaurant? Because it wouldn't have made sense for Tom not to pick her up. So they drag out this whole thing of them finally meeting. They show Tom. I know that the only thing that we saw of Tom was saying, "Show me your cleavage," and her doing this. But Tom, I don't know. He seemed a little bit okay. He said that he catfished her. Okay, he didn't say that, but he said that he catfished her. He sent pictures when he had abs, and he ain't got no damn abs. And she could tell. He's a distributor for a clothing line, so he lives a bachelor lifestyle with a large amount of women. But he knows that he's older now and he needs to settle down. He's showing pictures of Darcy to the barber, and the barber says she look a little bit airbrushed, don't she? That would have killed Darcy. That right in the chest. She would have just immediately collapsed. He says that he has one good side. Basically, the two pictures that we've seen of Tom, now I understand why he does that, because he says he has one good side where he does that, and it makes sense. But it's ugly. It's ugly. Then brings up Jesse, and I'm like, is Jesse getting paid every time they say his name or something? Is that something in the contract where Jesse said, y'all got to say my name 50 times so I can receive my $1,000? Like, I really just don't understand. He says that after he was listening to her problems about Jesse, he realized that he may really care about this woman because he's not a person to listen to someone's problems. He then meets his sister and her man, and they ask him a whole bunch of questions, like back to back to back. And his sister's like, so y'all boyfriend and girlfriend? He's like, I mean, no. And she's like, so what are y'all? Y'all friends? And he's like, I mean, no. We just like, in between. And he's like, Darcy loves me. And his sister's like, so Darcy loves you, but you don't know if you love Darcy. So Darcy could be wanting more than what you want. And he says he's just at a point of seeing what it is, and maybe Darcy will think that it's more than what it is, and he doesn't want her to be upset by it. She's going to be upset by it. She's going to cry. They finally meet, and she didn't seem a little bit happy. He went to go get her a drink, and he said, I don't know if she's really happy. I don't know. I know the cleavage was a bad thing for him to do, but he don't seem like a horrible person, okay? He doesn't. He was like, maybe she's not, really happy with the way that I look. Maybe I should go ask her. She says in her confessional, he doesn't have that. He don't look the exact same that he looked in his pictures, but it's fine. It's not about what's on the outside. It's what's on the inside. Okay, Darcy. You can say that, but I don't believe you. In that confessional, when she was outside, in the same clothes that she wore to see him, was she drunk? Because she's like, I don't need a gym boy. I'm just really, and I'm just like, girl, are you 2 shades to the wind? Because what's going on? Anyway, she's like, so how does our room look? He's like, oh, well, I got you your own room. He basically rented an Airbnb, a room for her, a room for him. She's like, oh, I thought that we were gonna. He's like, I mean, I just wanna, take it slow, give you the respect that you need. Maybe if you were to invite me to your room, then I'd come and we'd do it. But, I don't want to just throw you on a piano and have the relations with you. And Darcy is a little bit confused because she obviously thought that their relationship was further than what it was. But I'm okay with it. I don't know. What he was saying, it feels like he may honestly truly want to see if he has a real connection with Darcy, something that apparently Darcy is not used to receiving. But anyway, I'm done with this. It's been 31 minutes. Oh my gosh. If y'all like this review, you can like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and everything else you need to know about me will be down below. My name is Brielle. I make beats. I sing songs. If you like what you see, come on along. Bye.